Honeymooners.
5:33.
Okay. Alrighty, guys, are we ready?
Yep.
Call to order at 5:33 PM, January 27th, 2026. Villa Park Fund Commission meeting is in order. Can we do a roll call, please?
Eliza Diederich.
Kathy Halloran.
Leslie Allison, CI. Mary Brunner Hines.
Madeline Plaskamp.
And Michelle McDonald, and I believe Carlos Jackson, and Azana will be arriving shortly. Okay, first order is public comments on the agenda items this evening. Do we have any public comments? Okay. Then I guess we'll move on to public comments on non-agenda items. Anyone? We don't have a big public out there tonight, so. See, we're moving right along. Okay.
Wait. I think you have somebody.
We do have a comment? President Patrick, please, come to the podium.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. So I just wanted to briefly discuss agenda item 6E about the potential of a subcommittee for the Fund Commission. The reason why, and just kind of explain why this is on here. First of all, years ago, we used to have what we call Villa Park Summerfest. Villa Park Summerfest was a multiple-day festival in the summer in June in which the community came out. We had vendors, there were events, there was bands, there was food vendors, the whole 9 yards. And in the past, that Villa Festival was, Villa Festival, that was a summer festival, was managed and by one of our commissions, the Summerfest Commission. The Summerfest Commission was dissolved years ago, and the responsibility of that kind of fell on village staff then to start running Summer Festival. And for quite some time now, Villa Festival has been somewhat managed by staff in the summer as well. Some of my discussions that I've had with other board members as well as our new manager was that we are looking to revamp Summer Festival. Back about 3 or 4 years ago, the city of Milwaukee sent us a cease and desist letter saying that we can no longer use Summer Festival as its name because of, well, Milwaukee's well-known Summer Festival. And so we kind of didn't know what to call it at that point. So we came up with the bright idea to call it Summer Festival instead of Summer Fest. And so that's been that way for about 2 or 3 years now, I believe. And while talking with the manager and other board members about trying to revamp this Summerfest and to make it something special that a lot of our residents want to come out to and celebrate, we want to revamp it. We want to market it differently. We want to be a place where people want to come to Villa Parks, much like Ribfest in Naperville or other locations like that. In doing so, though, we thought, well, let's name it something different. You know, Summer Festival, Summerfest, kind of gone. So we came up with the idea of calling it Villa Fest, kind of naming it something that we know. And in doing so, one of the ideas was having it start or kick off on a Friday night with a music concert with vendors like that. And have more of a well-known band, too, come out to kind of draw some attention as well. And then the following day, the Saturday, would be much like our summer festival is now, where we would include vendors, food vendors, and carnivals rides for the general public as well. And so we thought, well, since Summerfest used to be managed by a commission, maybe that was the best way that we should do it moving forward. And when we did that, even a couple of the members from this commission were very interested in serving on there as well. One thing that this commission, the F.U.N. Commission, has done traditionally really well has been putting on great events. And so it was nice to see that there was interest from this commission in possibly serving on that commission as well, because the advice and the experience that you bring to the table would be extremely beneficial for trying to revamp what we're calling VillaFest. With that being said, we might have gotten ahead of ourselves a little bit, and we did create the VillaFest Commission. And in doing so, we have learned that there's not a lot of traction out there right now for residents that want to come out and join that and be a part of that. And so we thought, well, maybe the idea of making it a subcommittee instead of a actual commission right now. And what that allows us to do, I think, as well, is that the members that were on this commission that were interested in partaking in this new VillaFest Commission as well have the opportunity now to be a part of that and can actually serve as like a liaison to the subcommittee or what have you. And the idea would basically be the F.U.N. Commission would essentially create a subcommittee called the VillaFest Subcommittee. I think it would be best if there were no more than 5 members, and that when creating an ordinance or something along these lines, if this comes to the village board as a recommendation from your commission, we would say that a minority of the total number of people that you would want on there would have to be from this commission, but the majority would have to be appointed members there. I think with the past of this commission, with how you have done such a successful job with previous events, I think it only makes sense, especially if you have people on this commission that want to help in this avenue as well, to be a part of that and to bring in new people to help us rebrand this as well. Now, in my opinion, I think a VillaFest subcommittee, or we'll call it a task force, because that's what our code calls it, as a task force, would basically essentially have the duties of like planning VillaFest and helping us make this something bigger than it's been in the past and help us brand this moving forward. Also, too, is that over time we've noticed from staff's perspective that the burden on staff to plan an event like this is also pretty burdensome. And so by having it as a subcommittee, it's kind of a shared commitment by both staff and the commission, or the task force, working together. And I think that would go a long way, especially since our staff has been managing this for a very long time now. And moving forward, ultimately, I think it would be great that we can eventually take those tasks away and the burden away from staff and have that on the task force itself. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that would be interested in this task force, and I already know that there's some of you that would be interested on possibly serving on this task force as well. But the VillaFest task force also wouldn't necessarily just be for our new VillaFest. They would also be there to help assist you, the F.U.N. Commission, and any other events that you might need help, like Autumn Jubilee. And that is an event that I think for the last few years, this commission has done extremely well. Our last Autumn Jubilee was amazing. So that's kind of why I'm here tonight, is that I just wanted to speak to this item on the agenda. I wanted to listen to the discussion and see how it goes, and whether or not the commission is willing to make a recommendation to the board to approve a task force. If that does occur, then I think what would happen is the village board would kind of disband the recently made commission and just transfer it as a task force from there. And so that's kind of where I was going with that. And I'll be around afterwards if you need to ask questions or what have you, but I really just wanted to stay for the discussion and hear what your thoughts were on that as well. Now, before I go, we've been talking about all these amazing events and all the good work that this Fun Commission has been doing. And I wanted just to acknowledge, first of all, Michelle, congratulations on being the chair now. It's going to be a fun and exciting time for the Fun Commission moving forward. But also, I wanted to thank Mary. Mary, when I first heard that you were going to step down from the commission, I got a little worried. But knowing that you wanted to stay on the commission, it made me feel a lot better. You have been an amazing asset, not just to the Fun Commission, but to this village as a whole. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Time and the effort that you've put into this has been amazing. Hokusai, that was great. We now have a piece of artwork that we can call ours, and that is all because of you and your efforts. I had already mentioned Autumn Jubilee, and over just the past 3 years that I've known that you've been doing this as well, is gradually every year it's been getting better and better and better. And the addition of the skeletons this year on the Prairie Path, I think we can safely say that we are the only municipality off of the Prairie Path that had a skeleton display for, the autumn season. And that is great recognition, and that's exactly the type of recognition that we're looking for as a municipality, and we owe you a lot. And so I'm here just to also say thank you. Thank you for your time, thank you for your service to our community, and thank you for all that you've done.
Well, thank you. I would
Yeah.
just like to say that everybody did everything they could. It wasn't just me. It wouldn't have happened without everybody on the commission as well, so.
We love
Thank
you,
you
Mary.
all.
We have really good ideas.
Mary.
You have really good ideas.
Do we have, quick question for you, President Patrick. Will you be available for comments when we hit this agenda item? Are you going to be around, or?
Sure.
Okay, excellent, excellent. When that's up for discussion.
There isn't a 6E.
Yeah.
On the printed, and see, that's where I stalled a little bit first, because when I had the printed copy, I didn't see it on there either. And so I didn't want to address something that wasn't on the agenda. But when you go online and you look at the posted version, it is on the posted version. So that's why I hesitated for a minute before I came up. So the 6E on.
It's on there.
So, yeah.
I printed my copy off at home, that's why I have a 6E. Already. You like that? You like that? Okay, do we have any other public comments, agenda or non-agenda items? I think we can close those up. We'll move on to number 5, consent agenda. And within that, did everyone have a chance we're going to approve the minutes for November and December. Let's start with the November. Did everyone have a chance to read those?
Yes.
Did everyone read them ahead of time? So can we go on to, someone want to make a motion to approve those minutes?
I'll make a motion.
Leslie? And Mary second? Excellent. For the December minutes as well, can someone make a motion on December minutes?
I'll make motion.
Maddie made the motion. Anyone second?
I'll second.
Kathy second that. Perfect. Okay. Let's move on to business. Okay, item 6, subcategory A, update on transition with new Fund Commission person. I believe President Patrick addressed that in public comments tonight. As you can see, Mary and I have switched chairs, but I'm still going to be leaning on her a lot for advice. So, once again, thank you for everything you've done, and please just work with me a little bit while I'm in the learning curve of taking over this. Let's move on to 6B. Develop event schedule for 2026. I don't have the exact dates, but I do have the events that we did do last year. Does someone have that on their calendar, what dates worked for what, for which?
In that folder I gave you, there should be.
Perfect. Okay.
Right there.
So last year, oh, perfect. So last year, our March event, we really don't do anything in January and February as we start the new year.
February, we do Lucky.
Oh, February is actually when we start Lucky and we award it in March.
I have
Oh, no,
March-
sorry, we
from
did that in
1
March.
through the
March,
17th.
yeah, sorry.
Okay. We, obviously Prairie Path Cleanup, we used to do that partnering with, well, it was our event, but we partnered with Environmental Concerns Commission.
No.
No, they just show up and help us, or they've,
If they
Everybody-
wanted
everybody
to.
wants,
It was,
yes.
it's actually an event with the Friends of the Illinois Prairie Path.
okay.
And so every town has
Section of
a
the,
section
A section of the Prairie Path. Do we have the date for this year's Illinois Prairie Path cleanup?
just in the past, it's been the last Saturday of April.
Of April, that's what I was thinking.
It's near like Earth Day,
Okay,
and it's always on the Saturday right around Earth
Right,
Day. It's
and
just, the last 2 years, it's fallen on the last Saturday of April.
Right.
okay. So when we get clarification on that date, we can bring that up in new business or next month's meeting to confirm that date? Is that something we need to do, or are we just going to confirm that we are going to be part of that event again this year?
I think the date would,
Just the date is
But we do-
TBD, to be determined.
right, and we do have to go through the,
The county, or?
no, through, what do I say, the commission, or the people that do all the posters and everything.
Okay.
I remember the name now, Riley. So I don't think we have to worry about, we just have to get them that information ASAP, and they can make up a poster and post it on the things besides whatever else we want to do.
Okay.
I would like to float something out there if I could.
Sure.
On this Prairie Path cleanup. I was wondering, although now we don't really have anything that we do in April, but I was wondering what anyone would think about asking the Green Commission if that would be something that they would want to take over, or if we want to keep it in,
Or partner with them on it and make it a
Yeah.
little bit bigger?
'cause it might be a green commission type of a thing, too. We could work more on doing both paths, I know.
The western and,
Right. And the one that goes around Rotary, we could do them all. Plus the parks, there are some cities, I think, that do a whole park cleanup at the same time. They send people out to their parks to clean up. If we wanted to work with the Green Commission, that might be something that we would have more people to be able to do. Just a thought.
Yeah, I think just getting more volunteers, and maybe like through Azana or Bridget, with the,
They do have to go through the internet to sign up. I mean, if people show up, they can sign up on a piece of paper, but they have to sign a waiver, and they usually are sign up online, and then we email them once or twice, reminding them to come and
I remember
how
that.
what to wear and stuff like that.
but yes, let's definitely, let's partner with the Green Commission, or reach out to the Green Commission and see if we want to make that a bigger event. That's kind of our spring thing. I know we also partnered that month, or was it early in May, with the spring sweep, and that used to be environmental concerns as well. I'm not sure if that's something the Green Commission will be doing, but when we have that conversation with them regarding the Prairie Path cleanup, maybe we can address that at the same time and see if that's an option. May, I know that was you did Hokusai, Mary. So I'm looking at something that we could do this summer to replace that, since we won't have Hokusai. Also more involvement in the music at the parks. I know last year you had brought up, sorry, this chair. Not used to it yet. The Wienermobile, I know you had talked about maybe getting the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. That was something we had
Don't have
discussed.
the info for that. I haven't checked to the QR code to see if it's still works. There's also a peanut mobile.
A peanut
Planters
mobile, like a Mr.
mobile.
Peanut.
Yeah, so we could try and get either one of those.
Okay.
What's the peanut mobile?
It looks like a peanut.
Like Planters
Yeah,
Peanuts?
it's Planters Peanut.
Mr. Peanut.
And it's a
Really?
big, like, just like the Wiener Mobile, but it's a big peanut. So I don't know, with people being allergic to peanuts more than hot dogs, I don't know. But it's an option if we really want something like that and we can't get the Wiener Mobile. But yeah, I would,
And was this for like, the kite, what were you gonna,
well, we haven't decided.
oh.
what we
Okay.
want to do.
Maybe I should
Okay,
re-strategize how I'm doing this. Okay.
I'm just confused.
Do we want to do the same events that we did last year? I want to talk about those events. Obviously, the Prairie Path cleanup, we have to partner, get the dates on that. But last year, we also did Spring Sweep in May, Kites and Kicks. Yes, Leslie?
Looking at the calendar, I would assume that spring sweep, cleanup in April will be Saturday, April 25th,
Okay,
looking at the calendar.
Prairie Path
so-
one? April
25th with a question mark. Kites and Kicks, that's usually the first weekend for Saturday in June or first Sunday in June?
Yeah,
Okay,
but,
Wait.
oh, go ahead, Mary.
I have some ideas for Kites and Kicks, so what did you want to say?
Well, if this Villa Fest is something that's getting bigger, to do Kites and Kicks and Villa Fest and Autumn Jubilee seems like a lot, or at least a lot, because Villa Fest, I'm assuming summer?
Yeah, but it would also be a subcommittee, so it wouldn't be taking all of your focus away from your commission.
Correct. There'll be more volunteers that are stepping up, so we'll have more people.
and my understanding is that that subcommittee, well, basically, we're going to be oversight, they'll be joining us, and we get a report from them once a month. We'll have a commissioner, or I'm sorry, like a chairman and maybe another volunteer that's on this commission to liaison, but our commission is still our commission. That's a subcommission that we're just going to be doing some oversight
Something
and give them
separate?
some guidance.
Something totally separate?
Correct.
Is there an idea of a date so we can figure out our dates?
Well, again, tonight was, once you get to 6E, the discussion of it, that's really what it's about, is that it's a separate thing. If you, as a commission, send a recommendation to the village board, we'll take action on that. And our next village board meeting is February 9th.
Like, I guess my question is, when do we usually do Villa Fest? June.
The fest is usually June.
Okay.
However, some of the ideas that have been floating around already are maybe pushing it back, maybe even towards the end of August. These are all things that could be discussed because there have been no official discussions on it yet either. So tonight would be the process to determine whether or not a subcommission for this would be a good idea or a good recommendation to the board. And then once that happens, if it happens tonight, we could have it on our agenda for February 9th. And if the board approves in favor of it, then we could start adding people to that commission, to that task force right away. And so, like what you were also referring to, is that it's completely separate, but kind of how much like the village board underneath us are the commissions out there. Essentially, now you're the village board, and this task force is underneath you. So there would be a liaison to that, a member or two that could serve on that task force to help guide and direct and kind of go from there. But ultimately, the task force is focusing on Villa Fest itself, but they're also there as a resource for the commission if needed to have extra help for all the other events that we're talking about as well.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the date's flexible.
Yes.
So I think for our planning our event schedule, we could be a little bit flexible with
Kites and
Villa
Kicks
Fest, Kites and
and,
Kicks and Autumn Jubilee, because then if Villa Fest is closer to August, then maybe Autumn Jubilee.
We can
then
space
lose
them
a little.
accordingly, so.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
Mary? Oh,
right?
sorry.
You also have me, and as President Patrick mentioned, it's kind of coming back this way, so you wouldn't be without village support as well. So, I mean, it's been a lot of Park and Rec staff doing this, so, I mean, we'll help provide all of the knowledge and everything we had over the years as well to help make sure the transition goes a little easier, so.
Okay.
And my understanding is Parks and Rec is still spearheading it for the most part, and this is,
We have
Kind of good.
recreation, Parks and Recreation had a lot to do with the planning and implementing of it. When I started in 2018, I think was the year that the commission disbanded.
okay.
It's kind of a weird process, and then we kind of took it over, but I think we still had a large role in kind of helping with the setup and staffing. There were a lot of volunteer help, but the Parks Department still helped with a lot of coordinating, setup, and things like that, which I would assume is probably still going to be needed. The Recreation did a lot of the planning, coordinating events, vendors, entertainers, rides, attractions, things like that, so. And then I was also going to say the purchasing, stuff going to Village Hall right now, bring to me. They've asked everything that comes to the staff liaison. I'm happy to coordinate updates, things like that. Purchasing anything for any upcoming events. If you want to reach out to me in advance, I think the preferred is that I'll do what I can with my P card or on the village account, pay for it that way. Reimbursement, if you guys want to, is still acceptable, that's fine. But anything purchased with tax is unacceptable. So if a purchase shows up and you can't get it to go through, just let me know. I'm happy to work it out with you guys. And then as we get into bigger events and things start progressing, we'll talk more about hiring contractors and what that looks like on both ends, what we need in advance, and how we get checks to you guys in advance so we can pay people and there's no cash involved at the day of it.
Perfect.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Brian. Mary?
I wanted to, I've thought of this for a while. Would it be possible, maybe President Patrick could help, to have some sort, I discussed it with Cheryl, sort of, some kind of a calendar that would show everything that's going on. There's this Prairie Path, just from what I've heard now, Diane Blair Sherlock wants to move her Geek Fest onto the Prairie Path. We have JT's or TJ, his big event, I don't even know what that is, 2 or 3 days, he wants to do that on the Prairie Path. We have our Oktoberfest on the Prairie Path. I don't know where the Summerfest is, or the summer event is planning to be, if that's going to be Prairie Path-ish or in another area. We have our train car now, that's going to be a big draw. I know we were thinking of maybe I was thinking maybe of trying to do Paws on the Path again. Maybe that will have to be moved someplace else. But it seems to me that we might be getting just too much of a good thing at a spot. It's going from this to timing-wise too, because what I just said doesn't even include all the arts or the Parks and Recreation things, Brewfest. It just seems like, does anybody think that there's like a set? I mean, pretty soon someone's going to go, oh God, they're doing something else now. Do we have to go to that one too? It seems to be losing its uniqueness. That's just my point. Leslie?
a lot.
Leslie?
In my opinion, I look at it completely the other way, in the sense that we want Villa Park to become a destination, so the more events on more weekends, not everybody's going to go to every single event. Some are geared towards children, some are geared towards 21 and older, like Brewfest, some are family events. There can be niches, just like we're talking about getting the Green Commission involved with the cleanup and with Spring Sweep. There's room for everybody, for all these commissions, for anyone that wants to volunteer, and anyone that wants to attend this, that, or the other.
So,
Okay, you go. But I think we need some place that has a general cover of what's
Oh,
happening.
Maddie, I'm sorry, I didn't see.
So that we don't plan something and then go and find. Oh,
Agreed that there needs to be
so-and-so
some
is
kind of
doing that this
village
week,
master calendars, which you're,
something like that. I don't know how it would happen.
I think a lot of the things you're talking about are probably not scheduled yet. So I think if you have
So we
a
have first
calendar
dates?
and you can provide that and we can lock those dates in, then I think we can secure the event dates that, and the
I think-
locations and event dates that you want.
I think that's key. I'm hearing a lot about various events that are being planned for the Prairie Path in the same section where Autumn Jubilee has been the last 2 years, and some are starting to almost overlap from what I've heard. There's permits that need to be pulled in order to make these events happen. So the sooner we can lock in our events, the better, so then we can get our permits started and save those dates. So I would like to see at least this evening we know we're going to do Autumn Jubilee, we know we're going to do Kites and Kicks again. So those 2 dates, I think, absolutely should be locked in tonight, if possible.
Does anyone know when the Villa Park Youth Baseball has something in June? Do they have something in June, or is that May? And there's also a firefighters thing. There's always a firefighter open house around Kites and Kicks time too.
Yeah, I don't,
Contending
they were always
with?
saying that was a big conflict, but I don't think it was.
Not a huge conflict, but if we can avoid it.
Yeah.
Father's Day's the 21st.
and Maddie, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
So I thought about it when I first joined, but like there was a lot going on and like height of the season with Autumn Jubilee. The like shared calendar thing. I know there are websites and I started looking into it, but I know you have to pay for a lot of them. But like a shared calendar for all of Villa Park's big events, I think if everybody would be able to have that, that would be great. Or also even just an events one where we can all share it and put all of the event details into it, like where things are happening, the times, contacts, who's doing what, just like all of that information so we all always have it and we all know who to reach out to, who needs to do what, and we can keep a list of everything so we all know what's going on all the time. If maybe something we could look into.
I believe that we could probably coordinate something with, like Riley, Lily in communications, and that's something, so let me put that on my list, remind me, and I can do some research on that.
Sounds good.
But I agree that we do, oops, I'm sorry, was someone else raising their
Hold on,
hand?
listen.
No, we're still on OI side.
He's got the calendar ready.
Do they have a calendar ready?
So we are in the process between Parks and Recreation of updating some processes for like our rentals, party trailer, things like that, which would then end up on the village website, linkable to a calendar. So I think what we were just talking about is I think it's possible that we could take the village rentals and events calendar and put that into a master calendar. Don't hold that to me right now, but I made a note to myself as well to talk with Riley to see, we're actually meeting tomorrow again. We meet on a weekly basis about updating the rentals, but to talk with them as a group tomorrow to see what we can do to try to put these calendars together or set a master like events calendar for the village.
For the village.
So
that-
then we can have that on the website too, so.
That would be excellent. That would be
I'll find out and I'll make sure I update at the next.
perfect. Do we want to go ahead and lock in those 2 events because we know that there is permitting involved with that? For Kites and
That's easy.
Kicks,
Kites and Kicks is easy.
Kites and
It's just
Kicks.
Rotary Park.
it's
June
Rotary.
14th is Flag Day.
I know, wouldn't it be
Do you want to do it
wonderful?
on Flag Day?
Yes, because I'll tell you,
Fun?
I have some ideas for Kites and Kicks.
Can we, is everyone?
yes.
Because
Father's Day's the
But that
21st.
Flag Day? And you
Flag
said
Day's
that's
the
January,
14th.
I'm sorry, June, what was that, Liza?
June
like it.
14th. Sunday, June 14th.
Okay. And then my question on Autumn Jubilee, do we want to do that a week earlier this year, if at all possible, and get that locked in? Kathy Haller, and I know you had said that, boy, that 18th stretches it out and the weather starts getting a little bit more iffy.
Real question.
I believe you had said that at a previous meeting. So I'd like to throw that out to everyone as well.
What was the date last year?
We did it on the 18th
Of October.
of
right?
October.
Yeah, that was pushing it.
Yeah.
Right. Because the problem was that Brewfest.
Brewfest, but if
right before
Brewfest,
it.
if we're locked in first,
Do we know when Brewfest is, or
do we
don't?
know?
They're typically the first Saturday in October, at least that's how it's been the last couple of years.
So the 3rd,
Do you
maybe?
know if that's going to be the case?
Correct.
Okay.
I don't know if there's a locked-in date that the association has set yet, but it's typically the first Saturday in October.
Okay,
So-
which would be the 3rd. So could we potentially, do we want to potentially looking at doing October 10th, the second Saturday in October?
Or do you want to do September? We want to do it more Halloween-y?
If we go into September, then yeah, I don't know how we would tie in the skeletons. I think it's a little
So the
early.
10th? 10/10?
I like it.
10/10's a cute date.
I see, yeah.
Okay. Okay, the other thing I wanted to add, last year we kind of dropped the ball because just of lack of communication. I want to see what interest level is in doing the 4th of July parade.
Yes.
Does anyone know, can anyone answer when the permits have to be, or we have to apply to be in that parade by?
That's why I wanted trustee Sabri.
Trustee
I'm sure
Sabri
he
on
would
that,
be,
because he was our
all
point
that
person on the 4th of
information.
July parade.
Yeah.
We could table that till the next meeting or until he comes back.
The 4th is on a Saturday.
It is on a Saturday this year.
I'll be less crabby, because
You will be?
it's a regular day off.
We did that day off.
Also, we did landscape awards last year. Is that something that we wanted to potentially partner with or hand it off to the Green Commission?
How about the Garden
I was
Commission?
thinking of, yeah.
Garden Commission for the summertime awards.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yes.
And our planters.
Well, we've never done anything with the planners for a couple of years.
they
so-
could.
Yeah, they could. They
could.
could. Yeah, that's a, hi, Carlos.
Hello.
Yes, I agree.
There's our rose and the thorn patch.
I would still think that we'd want to do the Halloween and,
Yes.
And then Halloween and Christmas, I think that's something that we really,
yeah, that's in our purview.
that's in our purview, and that's something we excel at. So we are all on the same page with those events?
Yes.
Okay, do I need to take that to a vote? And do we want to add additional events or discuss any events that we haven't done in the past? Does anybody have ideas on that?
Well, I think if you want to talk later about the Villa
let's-
Fest, you may want to get a month. Do you want a July, August, like what,
For what?
for the Villa Fest? Just so we have an idea of, spreading out the,
I would say late July to early August, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
The only issue with doing it during that time period is that people are still vacationing. I would think maybe the middle of August. School starts probably the second week of August, I
Okay.
think now. So families would be back in town,
And then we have
just throwing it out
September
there.
Okay.
between,
Otherwise, the other thing we could possibly do is, given that the 4th of July is on a Saturday, we could do the Villa Fest that weekend.
On the 4th? A lot of people travel though, out of town though, too.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think we're ever going to find the perfect weekend in the summer, because once again, just the Chicago metropolitan area is a very festival-centric city. I mean, even within the city itself, I'm not even talking about the suburbs. So I don't think we're ever going to find that perfect weekend where everyone's going to be able to come, but I'd like to coordinate it with the other departments and the other people that are doing festivals within Villa Park, or maybe keep an eye on what Elmhurst is doing, or Lombard, so we're maybe not competing with them, but sometimes we're going to. We're going to, and that's,
So at
ahead,
this
Mary.
point, then,
Sorry.
I would suggest that that just gets tabled until this task force is actually up
Till
and
we-
running.
until,
And we do start talking to Parks and Rec, so that there's more
So table a date on Villa Fest.
Correct.
Until that, we're done past that, and once that recommendation potentially would go to the board.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
One more recommendation.
One more recommendation from Maddie
End
Flaskamp.
of July, early August, it's also when like Lollapalooza is downtown.
Okay,
So like that's a lot going on. And then there's Flag Day, and then Father's Day is the next weekend. The weekend before 4th of July wouldn't be bad, the last weekend in June for
Okay.
Villa Fest. There's something.
yeah, and that's something, if that task force is voted in, if the board decides, if we recommend and the board votes on it, then those are conversations and dates, we can start having those discussions at that point.
Yeah.
But, anything else? Does anyone, I also wanted to ask, I told everyone to kind of do their homework ahead of the meeting. If anyone had any creative ideas as far as events that they would like to see, that we haven't been doing, in the past, especially since we were given such a generous budget. And they don't all have to be music festivals, just any little enhancements or things that you would like to see. I heard you say Pause on the Path again. I'm looking for little enhancements. Any ideas,
I have an
Carlos?
idea. What about a halfway to St. Patrick's Day, since we have a large Irish community?
With my name being McDonald, you know I have no objections to that.
When is halfway?
September 17th, I think.
Even just, and it doesn't have to be, I guess I would want to know what your vision is. I love the idea, though. Would you like to elaborate?
Friends of mine used to have one every year, and now that they've retired and they moved to Florida, we just don't have one now. So it was always a great time. It was just something to do. It felt at a good time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love the idea of that.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay, put it on the calendar.
I'm just,
September.
I know, but we can put it on the agenda for next month and discuss it more in detail.
Okay, that works.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that works.
Flush out that idea a little bit more.
Yes, I'd like to.
September.
A corned beef
September
bake-off.
17th.
What's that?
Corned beef bake-off.
Corned beef bake-off. Instead of a chili cook-off, a corned beef
Yeah, why
roast.
not?
Oh, yeah,
Corned beef
sure.
bake-off.
Soda bread.
Heck yeah. Oh, I make a good soda bread.
Any other events that people had in mind? I heard Pause on the Path. Can this,
Can I make a comment about Pause on the Path?
yes, please.
I would, if we decide to do that, I would like to take it off of the path. That was always my biggest fear, is that bicycles, kids, and dogs and animals really shouldn't all converge on the path at the same time. And there's obviously a number of different locations where we could do it. I mean, now we have, the rec center has an open space in the back. I think this.
Pause in the park.
Yeah, Pause in the Park.
Pause in the
Right.
park.
We, the one year we did have Claws and Paws in the park. And we were over at Cortese, the first, or no, actually it was over at Lions.
Oh, the
That was
doggy
at
wagons,
Lions
yeah.
Park as well, yes. Right, right. No traffic. No traffic makes it much safer for everybody.
Would
So
you-
I'm just throwing that
Would you
out.
think that would then replace the stuff on Autumn Jubilee, or would you still keep doing that section of animal-y stuff on Autumn Jubilee?
I don't know. I guess that's something to be discussed when we
I
start
think it
planning
should be
for Autumn
separate.
Jubilee.
Right, and
It
then,
was congested.
yeah, and we can I can put that on, we can put that on the agenda for next month to discuss those more in detail.
Correct,
So we
yes.
don't dive down that rabbit hole completely. I am looking for ideas, however, tonight, so that we can put them on the agenda for next month. I want to nail down this calendar, and I want future events we can put for the February agenda, if that is acceptable to all of you.
Yep.
Maddie to my right, and then Leslie.
But I like the Pause on the Path event. That seems really cool. But if like we're worried about having too many things on the path, we could do like a Pet Palooza, find a different location.
That's exactly what we just, yeah. And let's put that on the February agenda then to discuss that in more depth. Leslie?
So we did this several years ago, probably a decade ago. They used to have a ferry walk on the Prairie Path,
Oh,
which it was called the Ferry Walk.
Very cute.
It was really cute. So it was very much geared towards younger children. They got to dress up as fairies. We could actually have face painting there as well. There was a little craft center where they got to make their own wands and their own different types of things. And then there were signs on the Prairie Path that led them to the various fairies that were dressed up, and some were in the trees, some were hiding behind the trees. Not scary, nothing was scary about this,
Did I miss it?
but, oh my gosh, it was absolutely darling. I believe that was Parks and Rec back in the day, and the reason I know is my granddaughter looked forward to that every year. But now that we have the garden, I'm really leaning into the Parks and Rec, the new recreation center, and that whole landscaped area. That might be a really pretty little event to put on sometime in May, around Mother's Day, maybe the weekend afterward, something like that on a Sunday. And it's just little kids running around having a great time and having these fairies. That could be local actors
Okay.
dressed up. I do have 2 sets of fairy
Fairy
wings.
wings were set.
Of course I do. So, just throwing it out there.
And to expound upon that, for the sake of expediency, I've got an idea that I think will roll in and work with actors again. I don't know if we want to table some of these. I want to get the ideas out there once again. And then let's get, Find Lucky assigned tonight, but let's get some ideas and get them on the agenda for February. I love that, and we can have, because you got a murder mystery dinner theater thing in mind where we do it around the businesses, kind of like we're with actors, but we can go into that more in February.
Yes, and just throwing it out there again, there is an open space at the new community center on the 2nd floor
Okay.
that has the veranda out there. So if you're talking about murder mystery, it could be over there.
Okay.
We have a space,
Got to check the village insurance waivers on that, but yes, I love it.
so there you go.
Anyone else? Yes, I'm sorry, Mary. Please go ahead.
I was thinking that we could, since it's the 250th anniversary of the United States, that'll be a big thing for the parade. I would imagine that somehow that will be
The theme.
a theme. I thought we could maybe do a poster contest. It would have to be starting maybe in May. We could do, I kind of did one. We could have like, turn the rec center somehow, we have to look and see, into maybe a gallery for these entries. And there would be winners, but it would be a size like this. And they can all just do whatever they wanted, just kind of like the.
Coloring contest, maybe? Is that what you had in mind,
We
or?
did a coloring contest already with the cicadas. The Chamber of Commerce did one at Christmas. Not that I have anything against them, but I thought this would be a little bit more different and more art gallery-like, if we could put them up. And we could have this like in May, June, so that we could have the winners by July to be in the parade. If we were going to have a float, that could be part of the prize. They could ride on our float.
Can you make the posters part of the float?
You could. We could tape them all along the side, the winners. I thought it wouldn't be too hard. If we made this a standard size, it wouldn't be hard to get, even if we got 3 different age groups and 3 different, first, second, third prize for each one, to get 9 frames. We could frame them up nicely for them and give them as part of their award. But I thought this would kind of be more of the hokusai art type of feeling that you had mentioned.
Very special. And I love, and a Mary special project, and that's what I wanted to move on to when we get to clarification roles, because you definitely have the artistic touch that's your superhero talent. So, yes, absolutely. So I have that down, and we can go into more detail on that in February, if everyone's good with that. Are there any other events, any more discussion on events for this year?
If we want to figure out what event we want to tie the Wienermobile to, that would be something.
Michelle, I have two more.
Yes, Carlos?
I was thinking that we could host 2 one-day events. One for outdoor volleyball, like a one-day volleyball tournament. And then also an indoor or outdoor pickleball tournament, if that hasn't already been brought up.
And volleyball? And then pickleball as well, and that's something with Brian, Public Works, and we could partner with Parks and Recs on for facilities. So absolutely, let's put that on the agenda for February.
That sounds like something that would fit nicely at Lufkin Park.
Yeah.
Pickleball.
Pickleball, what, which one?
Either, yeah, volleyball. Any, yeah, either one.
Okay,
I was thinking of, where we did kites and kicks at.
Rotary Park?
Rotary Park, so we could put up multiple nets. And then if the ball rolls, we don't have to worry about it rolling into the water.
Okay.
Okay, there's that. But
That's
there
what I
are
was thinking.
other parks too. It would be nice to start spreading this out. There's a park on the north side of town.
Franklin Park, we have
Twin
Franklin
Lakes.
Park up on the north side, Twin Lakes, so we have options, and yes, I would like to see us drawing a little bit more of the north side. I feel everything is very central or south side centric. Alrighty. Do we want to go ahead and motion, or would someone like to make a motion for the dates of at least Autumn Jubilee and Kites and Kicks? Do we need to make a motion for that tonight to approve that? Or is that something we can do moving forward in February?
Let's do
Barry, did
these
you have
two
some
tonight.
ideas for kites and kicks? I thought you said you had a different idea or something
Well,
for kites and kicks.
kites and kicks, that we can go into if we. have
Right,
to.
no, I mean,
Okay.
the location to be determined and times, but at least let's get that date on the calendar.
Yep.
And I would say Autumn Jubilee as well. I think those, because once of those are nailed down, I hate to say it, first come, first serve, so we'll get our stuff on the calendar.
I wrote June 14th for kites and kicks, and then we wrote 10/10 for Autumn Jubilee.
So
Okay.
just
I
do a
motion
vote.
that we approve those 2 dates.
We have a second on that?
Second.
Second and a third, okay, let's, consensus, everyone in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Any nays? Crickets? Excellent. Motion passed.
Do you want me to get a permit for, well, we don't know where we want to do it. I would just assume Rotary Park, but that may not be where it's,
Right, and
is the most
as
convenient.
long as we have the dates nailed down, then we can have the side conversations as far as
Because we still need
permits.
to get permits for the parks ASAP.
Okay.
We have a date, but if somebody has Rotary
Autumn
Park or
Jubilee is going to be on.
Okay, and that's why I want
Very
those
fast,
dates nailed
correct.
down, so we start the permitting process and all of that
To
early.
do that permit?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Let's do that.
One,
Yeah, we need to start the permitting.
okay, permitting, so
For Autumn Jubilee.
Autumn Jubilee, okay. And clarification on Kites and Kicks for the 14th. Okay, very quickly, the sub-item is, I did want to start assigning tasks already for Find Lucky event. Is everyone familiar with that? Liza, I know you've spearheaded that in the past. My understanding, kind of what goes into it, we need the purchase of the Luckies.
We have them.
Perfect. Outreach to finding our new businesses that we're going to do, that will be our sponsors for Find Lucky, and we'll make it fun. Someone to do the social media as far as doing the little limerick like last year, leaving little clues on social media. Obviously, I'd like to get a flyer. Maddie, if that's something you could do, and coordinate with Riley at, Riley and/or Lily. Lily's kind of supposed to be our go-to as well now. She's doing a lot of oversight for us. And if we can get going on those and report back, because I think we want to go ahead and start promoting that, I would say before our next meeting, don't you? Or our next meeting is the 23rd, so we need to be ready to roll with everything on the 23rd of February.
I can find the businesses.
Okay?
If anyone has any suggestions, please let me know.
Poppy spots. Poppy spots.
Oh, of course.
Yes. Mary and I did a field trip the other day, you know.
Do a field trip together, you guys do a little research.
Delicious research.
Okay.
Yes, of course. Any other ones, just shoot me an email or a text and let me know some thoughts. Thank you.
Yes, and yeah, communicate with Liza if you guys have any ideas on the businesses, that would be, and then once those flyers are created, I'm sorry.
And any local businesses are welcome to reach out to the Fun Commission
Yes.
as well if they would like to participate in Find Lucky.
Okay. But I definitely want to get some traction going. I felt like we started a little bit late last year, so.
Yeah.
So we can have those items ready for, if you want to come up with a design for the flyer. And you ladies over there research the businesses, and then we can hit the ground running on February 23rd and roll it out. How does that sound? Any issues with that? Everyone in agreement? Aye?
Aye.
Okay. Any no's? Brian?
I have no no's. I was just going to agree with you on any social media stuff or any flyers or design things that are distributed, please provide to Riley or Lily in advance of putting anything out.
Perfect. And that, absolutely, and I just directed her.
Brian, I'd like to make a comment about that. I have spoken with our village manager. We've been doing our social media and our other communications for quite a while. We actually were one of the very first commissions to have our own page. President Patrick remembers that from way back when, because then I was asked to do that for the Cable Commission as well. So from what I understand, there are certain things that we do when we're in the moment, and so we want to make sure that we can get the word out immediately, and like these little blurbs that we're going to be doing, these hints that we're doing.
Are more time sensitive too.
Right.
Sure, I think the village has just updated its marketing and communications policies, and per the policy, they want to make sure that things go out as appropriate. So I'm not trying to stop you in the moment or do those things, but I think the things that take the thought into it and that go out with publication and stuff, I think they just want to vet. But I can get you the copy of the policy for that. And obviously, Riley and Lily are good contacts for that too, and they can tell you, little ends of that, like, yeah, do that, that's fine, or don't do this or that, so. Yeah, but it's changing for us too, so we're all.
Sure.
So I just wanted to make sure that it was aware, but I'll pass the policy again too.
Perfect. And I believe there was an email that just went out to that effect within the last 2 weeks.
It's all been pretty recent.
Yeah, yeah.
They keep updating, so.
Okay, but duly noted. Anything? We'll go through those guys. All righty? Let's move on really quick. Do we have any more discussion on Find Lucky or events that, for 2026 at the moment? And then we'll go into further next month. Okay, let's move on to clarification of rules. I would, there we go, sorry, so many papers going on up here. Okay. Basically, my vision is everyone has been doing great where they're at in this. Kathy, you've been a great secretary. I've reached out to you, and you're still interested in being secretary. Eliza, you've been great at kind of keeping the records, if you're still comfortable with the treasurer spot. Mary, I'm putting you in, I want to discuss with you more what you'd like to do, but absolutely, you are kind of our creative director. But feel free to reach out if you'd like to expand your role. Maddie, you're great at social media. Carlos, you're great at photography. Everyone's got their superhero talents here. Reach out to me on an individual basis as well if you see how you want to expand your role. Are everyone comfortable?
Leslie's good at,
Well, I got something special in mind for Leslie. Next on the agenda was to create a position for a vice chairman. I agreed to take on this role with the stipulation that I would need support because I do travel. My children live all over the country and one out of the country. And I have to do a lot of things back in Iowa. So the stipulation that I did this was I'd need a strong support and a vice chairman. So Would anyone like to make a motion to create the position of a vice chairman?
I have a question. Before it was a co-chair, so it was Leslie and Carla as co-chairs, right?
That's what I wanted to do.
So this'll be different, like a
Same.
chairperson and a co-chair, or a vice chair, or is it different?
It's basically the same thing. I don't know what the legal semantics are.
I don't know if there's rules or.
Well, can you answer, can the
Rules for a
President Patrick,
vice
what are
or
the
a co,
rules?
or-
Actually, I don't have the ordinance in front of me regarding the fund commission, but I think it's basically just a technicality as a verb, like what you're saying. It's pretty much the same thing. I'm not sure if we call it a co-chair in the ordinance, but it might be considered vice. But they're one of the same, I believe.
Okay.
So we'd have to reference the code itself, or the ordinance itself. But to my understanding, they're pretty much the same.
Okay, are you guys comfortable with that, or would someone like to make a do you have a question?
I'd like to make a motion that we create one.
You'd like to make a motion, we create one,
A vice chair.
a vice chair, or whatever title that ends up being.
I second.
Mary seconds that. Do we want to put that to a vote?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, all in favor, or do you want to go one by one here? We want to do it roll call?
If you,
Eliza?
Yes.
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 Kathy,
Yes.
Leslie, Mary?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
and Carlos, Madeline and Carlos, and I obviously, yes. So it's unanimous. Perfect, passed. Next, on that same subject, I've had some conversations with Leslie, I've had some conversations with President Patrick, and Leslie obviously is a very valuable member, as she used to be a chair of this commission previously, so she knows the ropes. My recommendation would be, I would like to see her, if someone can make a motion, I'd like to nominate, have somebody motion to nominate, to make her the vice chair.
I'd like to make the motion to nominate Mary as vice chair.
Oh, Mary? Okay.
Mary doesn't want to be.
Mary doesn't want to, is the problem. Otherwise, that thought had crossed my mind, Carlos.
You don't want to do it, Mary?
No, I want to take a year off. We'll see.
Take it off the plate.
We'll see, yeah, we'll see.
Carlos, I appreciate your motion,
I
but
do appreciate
she doesn't want it.
Okay.
Okay.
Hard pass.
She's being lazy. She's being old. Okay, I'll nominate Leslie as,
Okay?
Okay.
And can
as.
I get someone to second that
Vice
motion?
chair.
I'll second the motion, or third it.
Okay. This is going to be a learning curve a little bit. These Roberts rules are going to come a little smoother moving forward. Okay, so would we like to take a vote? Everyone in favor of Leslie becoming vice chair?
Aye.
Aye. Any not in favor? Noes? Nays?
Okay.
Okay, pass. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Vice Chair Leslie. Allison, CI. I look forward to partnering with you.
I look forward to working with you as well.
Okay.
I look forward to working with you.
I will look forward to working with you all. Okay. Now, let's move on to 6D, which is, no, we did not. We did
And
not.
it's been done many, many times.
Because we've got something special for you tonight. On behalf of our entire fund commission, want to present you with this.
Thank you.
And then, of course, Mary,
Thank you.
you passed me the gavel tonight, but we've got you. I'm passing you your own gavel back engraved, okay?
Oh, wow.
Thank you for all that you've done.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you.
You want to hear something funny? It just came in today. She thinks funny. You've done the glue that has held us together. You also get a 100% attendance award. You are there for every single thing.
Attendance
You have grown You've grown so much as chairman, and thus we have grown as a commission, so, thank you.
So thank you for
Michelle, I think the card, I think.
Oh, and then there's card for you. I do want to preface this, the two funny things about this. Okay, number one, it just arrived at 2 o'clock. I ordered it 3 weeks ago.
Ouch.
Secondly, they switched your names, but I have a new one on order for you. It has Mary Hinsbrunner instead of Mary Brunner.
But does it have the
Okay, oh, that's
second,
okay.
does it spell her?
It's spelled correctly, just the names are reversed, but.
You and Bob can.
Bob can have, honey,
Okay, so thank you, Mary, for
Thank you very
everything.
much.
So-
I've said many times, it was a team effort.
Okay, so for you,
The card,
and the card,
Oh, the card, oh, thank you, okay, thank you. Thank you.
you're welcome. Okay, okay, and now we're gonna move on to item 6E, which is just further discussion on the task force. Based on what President Patrick presented this evening, can we open that up for discussion? Any more questions? Eliza?
I'd love it if it wasn't called a task force. It's
Okay.
really aggressive.
Okay, subcommittee,
It's like
subcommission.
much
Subcommission?
Anything other than a task force.
You know, I completely agree with you, especially nowadays.
Yep.
The unfortunate part is that's how it's written in the code. However, if we want, we could actually make a text amendment to all of the codes, changing the word from task force to subcommittee.
That'd be great.
Unfortunately, though, as it is right now, we would have to
Call it task force.
force for now until we did that. But that is also a recommendation that this commission could make to the village board, is to change all commission ordinances regarding task force and create them as a subcommittee or subcommission.
Be nice if it was something softer.
And I would be more than happy to bring that to the board and make that change collectively for all of our commissions as well.
Thank you.
Excellent. You're comfortable with that? Mm-hmm. I like it too. It felt very aggressive.
Yeah, aggressive.
Aggressive. Mm-hmm. More than assertive, aggressive. Does anyone have any more additional questions for President Patrick regarding this, or is everyone clear? Did he present that fairly clear?
Who is interested?
Okay.
On the Fun Commission.
On the Fund Commission. There have been discussions in the works that Leslie might be interested in spearheading. That's not, he has to do all the appointments, but she would potentially be the one, or someone else if they want to join it. They would be the liaison between this commission and the Fund Task Force.
So, yes, and I understand that you might not have heard that from the beginning here. And just simply, what I'm looking for, what we're looking to do is Summer Festival. It has been a tradition in Villa Park for a very long time. Short and simple, Milwaukee gave us a cease and desist, said, hey, you can't use that name anymore. They've got a nice festival up there. So we kind of didn't know what to do. So we're like, well, what do we name it? Well, we had it as Summerfest. So we called it Villa Park Summerfest as well, and that's when Milwaukee said, can't do that, it's ours. So we're like, well, what do we call it? Well, we're going to name it, how about Summer Festival? And so, it went that way. It's been that way for a few years now. But back in the day, Summer Festival was ran by a commission, and that commission, it was really an awesome event. It was a multiple day event. I believe at one point it was a 3-day event, a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
It was, yeah.
Ultimately, that commission got disbanded, it was dissolved, and it ended up becoming the responsibility of village staff then to really manage that. And over the years, they've done a good job, but it has become a little bit burdensome for them as well. And in talks with other trustees, in talks with our village manager as well, we really want to rebrand it as VillaFest. Not Summerfest, not Summer Festival, but something that brings it straight to Villa Park and home. And to like what Leslie was talking about earlier, is trying to have Villa Park be a spot where people want to come. And earlier I referenced like Ribfest in Naperville or something along those lines. So what we really want to try to do is focus on this too. the reason why we created a commission, the Villafest Commission as well. And I'll be the first to admit that maybe we stepped too fast to do that, because we're not getting a lot of traction right now from people that want to join this commission. I'm not sure if a lot of people even know that the commission is available. But being that your commission, the F.U.N. Commission, has already plenty of experience on hosting really great events. I talk about Autumn Jubilee and the success that you've had over the years and how well it's done. And just our last Autumn Jubilee has been spectacular, is that we've already have a commission that understands this. We have a commission that also showed, people expressed interest in possibly helping with this as well. And so when we talk about members, is that when or if you make a recommendation to the board to create this, we'll call it task force for now.
Well, the
but
TF.
we're going to try to
We'll
change
use the
that.
TF word for
Right.
now.
So a subcommittee, more or less, is that way this subcommittee wouldn't be the sole responsibility of just this commission. The responsibility would be that we'd have one or two people from this commission that could since be a liaison or help manage the meetings. And then we would also appoint new people from outside of this commission onto there for new ideas, new perspectives to help us grow Villafest. And so ultimately, if you agree to recommend this, we would ask that, I would ask also that, it would be a subcommittee of anywhere from 3 to 5 members. I've already got interest from some people that would fill this. I think as a subcommittee, it would be easier to fill than it would be for a commission, starting new as well. But ultimately, the subcommittee, I'm sorry, I got to get used to this. The subcommittee.
The TF.
The subcommittee would be primarily there to help organize Villafest and also start to alleviate the burden from staff solely doing it themselves and bring it back to more of a commission-based event where our residents are actually helping decide what we do for Villafest as well. Ultimately, it's very possible that in years to come, if this task force is created, that that we can completely take it away from staff to alleviate them as well. But the way that I was thinking is that you have an amazing commission that does a great job with hosting events. I think your knowledge and your expertise would also be very beneficial to new people that came onto this task force to help this as well. So ultimately, I think I wanted to hear discussion. I wanted to see your thoughts, what that was, and then ultimately looking for a recommendation that would say, let's create this task force, let's get Villafest going. And the other thing that I forgot to mention too is that the task force wouldn't necessarily be solely just for Villafest. They're also there to assist in your commissions and other commissions' events as well, if needed, to assist in that. Part of that co-collaboration as well. Mary?
First of all, can I say Villafest? I think it's great. It's perfect. Where was that the whole time? But does this TF do these people have to go to every commission's meetings? Do they have their own commission meeting? Do they come to our commission meeting all the time?
No, so, and that's a great question because, clarity is needed, right? So if a task force is created, then what would happen is we would determine who's on the task force. Ideally, I would like more, and I think we could put verbiage into the ordinance when we create this that would allow a minority of the group to be existing commission members. But the majority would be newly appointed people as well. And I think that helps as well because that helps bring new perspective as well to this. But once that's created is then they would kind of determine when they would like to meet and discuss. Ideally, it would be a great idea to have it right after your regular meeting here ends, so that way everybody's in the same room. But when you talk about other commissions, much like the village board can ask any commission, hey, can you look into this for us? Can you do research on this for us or come back to us with this? Is that any other commission And you were talking about how the Green Commission might be wanting to help with spring sweep. That's the collaboration that we're talking about here as well. So ultimately, the task force would have its own meeting date and time. I think ideally it would be best to happen right after this meeting. It's 7 o'clock tonight, the local liquor control commission meets, but we've already discussed that if we have to move that date and time to accommodate an easy time for a task force to meet, like after yours, we could do that. But ultimately, no, other commissions would have to come to them and ask them for their help.
Would they be part of voting on things that we're doing, or things for like Autumn Jubilee or for Villa Fest, or no?
So a subcommittee or a task force is a separate entity, but it falls underneath that. So whoever the members that were appointed from the actual fund commission to the task force are, they would only be able to vote and discuss for the task force. The new members that were on this task force will not have any kind of voting rights or privileges for the fund commission.
So like if it was Leslie, she would be the only one voting for the fund commission.
If she takes her role back on there. Ultimately, though, it's recommendations. You're not really voting or making things happen, and that's a common misconception with commissions in general, is that we're an advisory commission to the village board. Ultimately, all we're doing is asking for you to make recommendations for the village board to act on. So in that capacity, Leslie would be, if that's the route that takes place and a task force is created, and let's say essentially, Leslie, you are serving on there, is that Leslie would help with the decision-making, and the recommendation would go to the fund commission. And then the fund commission would be able to discuss that before they made the recommendation to move that to the village board, essentially like that. And it's just a step process. And I know it sounds a lot, but ultimately, like I said, it's really just about the recommendations coming back to the board. And I just want to reiterate that this is something that a lot of us have been discussing that we want to do and we think is beneficial for Villa Park, especially rebranding Villa Fest and making us a destination. But I think it becomes a lot easier when you have people that have done it before and they experience with other events coming from here, but also bringing in new perspectives and then making those recommendations.
I have a quick comment to make before, I like the idea of it. Once again, I know that I was a little overwhelmed when I first heard it, but the bottom line, it doesn't necessarily create more work for us. It actually adds resources and extra manpower and bodies for us. It's basically, we've just got to add one more agenda item on our fund commission list. They are going to meet separately, but there's going to be an agenda item where they're going to report to us. So it isn't going to be 2 and 3 hour meetings. Whoever is the liaison will be attending both meetings, but it isn't like all of us, it isn't adding another hour and a half, 2 hours. I like the idea of partnering because we can get some extra manpower for Autumn Jubilee. And for this commission, we're able to partner with them and share our vendor lists. They don't have to reinvent the wheel walking, and so we can be of a great support to them. So these are the ideas that why I like it. Just kind of spreading the love, and the more heads together, I think we get better results. I'd like to see if there's a consensus where someone will make a motion that we create the subcommittee / task force for summer commission. Does someone want to make that motion?
I'll make, go ahead.
I motion to make the TF.
The TF. We also want to make a motion on the verbiage on that.
Yeah.
First, second, discussion, and then vote.
Okay, thank you. So we have a first, Mary first, Leslie second, and any more discussion on this? No. Discussion? Everyone's pretty clear on it?
Who would be interested in being on it? Were you?
I would.
Oh, okay.
And Carlos?
And Carlos? Okay.
Excellent, so that's great. Can we take it to a vote? Roll call vote. Everyone in favor?
I make a, do you motion to vote?
Apologize, like I said, I'm a little rusty on Robert's rules. Would someone make a motion to bring it to a vote?
I make a motion to bring it to a vote.
Okay, anyone second it? Thank you. And let's have the vote.
We want to,
Aye.
I,
Aye. Passed unanimously. We're going to send a recommendation to the village board to form we recommend that they form a sub-commission, task force, /task force for Villafest, and that they change the verbiage to subcommittee versus task force, so it sounds less aggressive.
Yes.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, thank you. So that's one of the things that I will
been
bring
fumbling through this.
to the village board and our village attorney to see if we can collectively change that term throughout the entire ordinance as we're referring to subcommittees instead of task force.
Thank you.
good catch.
Okay, boy, let's wrap this up. Any commissioner comments this evening? Eliza?
I do. I got the merch.
You got the merch, she's got the merch.
Got some merch.
All right.
So there's some here. Thanks, Mary. It's time consuming, but I'm doing it. Got 4 of these made. So got a bunch of these made.
Better.
Yeah.
You're adding all the logos onto that.
Yes.
Those are awesome.
Yes. So.
Anything else in here?
Yes.
The apron?
They're just
No, they're
tote bags.
totes. You want to pass them down? Got some smaller cups too.
Cute.
They're
Nice.
glittery.
And
Are those just straws?
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I will probably need a buddy to come over and help because it's a lot of work, but
Eliza, please reach out, because if you do need help,
Yeah.
by all means.
4th of July stickers.
Awesome.
Love
Okay,
it.
so these are a nice size, I think.
You know I love my sippy cups.
Bigger the better.
Yeah, so there you go.
Thank you.
Thank you for getting me the gear. Appreciate you.
So those are.
And Eliza, thanks for getting it in before the 31st. We love it, we love it, we love it. No money wasted. We appreciate you, and if Eliza, reach out if you do need some assistance getting the logos on and stuff like that. Good snow day project.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other, Kathy Halloran, any comments this evening?
well, I guess I do have a comment about the agenda. I get the agenda from you. I submit it by the deadline Thursday, and then there's items added to it.
That
This
was
is the
President-
second time that the agenda's been different. I don't go on the website to get it, so E was a very big surprise to me.
Yes, and I got contacted about that on Saturday or Sunday. I didn't
I mean,
realize.
last month it was the same thing. I don't care, but it's confusing.
Okay, we need to that needs to be communicated better, I agree.
I mean, I feel a little embarrassed that I'm the secretary and that I don't know about an item added to, after I submit it.
I will let them know.
Like deadline, get it submitted by Thursday, 9 AM, and then,
You did a fantastic
I
job.
was going to say,
changed.
Kathy, we were on that by Tuesday. I thought we were final on Tuesday,
Change
so.
was not, it was
who's
not on
making the
you.
changes?
Change was. for
Who's
this
making the
item, I think
changes?
it was President Patrick. He added the item and then it wasn't communicated back. So
No
I'll
one-
make sure that they communicate back. if any changes
Thank you,
are-
Brian.
Then I would not make copies, right, of wrong things.
I understand it, because I was, okay. But yes, moving forward, that will absolutely, the communication
No
needs to be better.
surprises.
I did
Yes,
also
Eliza.
pass out the budget, or the, from 2025, you had asked me to do
Yes.
what we spent, what our budgeting for each
event was.
I think we need to do that for,
February, put that on the February agenda.
yeah, for 2026.
Agreed.
I have a blank one that I sent everybody. If you didn't get it, I might need a Gmail.
I did get the second one.
And I will update that as soon as we get the new, what we want to do. So put for February.
February agenda, will do. Okay, Leslie, any comments from you this evening?
Just congratulations again on your new role as our chairman for this year, Michelle.
Thanks
And thank you again, Mary, for
for your service. Yes.
everything that you did last year. Looking forward to another year and bigger and better things.
Absolutely.
All right.
Madeline Flaskamp, any comments from you this evening? Okay. Carlos Jackson.
I'd just like to really reiterate, Mary, thanks a lot for everything you did. Congratulations, Michelle, on being our new chair.
Thank you, thank you. Any, okay, I think last is, chairman comments.
Do I get to talk?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mary, I'm so used to you being chairman. It's the learn, Mary, do you have?
That's okay. I just want to say I have a lot more ideas about using the 4th of July in a lot of events that we already have existing, so be prepared.
Perfect. You do the art and everything else so well in the summer. Chairman comments, once again, thank you to Mary. I look forward to, thank you, be patient with me. Like I said, I'm a little rusty on Robert's rules. And congratulations to Leslie, who agreed to be my partner in crime.
What have I done?
Vice chair, whatever they're calling, of making the role. And I look forward to collaborating with all of you this year. We're such a good group, like we all have our superhero talents, each and every single one of us. I'm really looking forward to another year and making bigger and better. And thank you guys all. Village Board Liaison comments. Carrie!
She made it!
No, we're happy to see her.
Happy that I made it before you gavelled out. Thank you, Mary, for everything that you have done in the last year. I did mention a lot of things in our last meeting, but I know that it is not an easy task, and you led the group quite well, so thank you.
Thank you.
And Michelle, congratulations on stepping in to this new role.
Thank you.
It's great that you have a lot of talent and utilize that talent where their strengths are. I think that is a great plan. And Leslie, thank you for stepping in and also being her student sidekick and helping her out.
Her wing.
Butch and Sundance, Butch and Sundance.
New lady. Other than that, I don't have anything for you tonight other than just reach out to me when you need me.
Thanks, Carrie. Village staff, Brian Roush, you have any comments for us this evening? Okay, excellent. Thank you, and thank you for all you do. Can we make someone like to make a motion to, you know what?
I'd like to make a motion to end the meeting.
Thank you. Anyone?
I'll second.
Second, let's do it.